Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Monday, the 26th of August, and I am your host, Shozen, and with me today is Bogul. Are you here, Bogul? What is going on?
Sir. Yes, I'm here. I'm doing okay.
Good,
How are
good,
you,
good.
sir?
I'm doing well. Well for having slept on the ground last night. I went camping on the beach last night. It was cold in August. I don't know what the hell happened to the heat wave that was going on, but it ended and it was freezing and it was sandy and yeah. But other than that, it was great. It was great. I got to go see the ocean, do some fun stuff, and I came back. And there's so much news.
A ton of stuff, right?
So much news, Bogle. We have more news than we can fit into this show. I just had to tell a guy, I can't fit it in. I can't do it today. It's not happening today. Sorry. Just so much.
But not a lot of official stuff, mostly community things, right?
Yeah, a lot happened in this community over the weekend.
But let's start with some reminders. Then
reminders,
let's
okay.
go into the community stuff. We have the NDA balance playtest changes, some message from Mythosyria for the OCE and Southeast Asian players. We look at some of the ranking changes of the guild rankings. We look at gold. Oh my god. We look at the end of the auction fallout and all that on this great show today. But you pulled it up already. Mm-hmm. There is the test server Percival patch 4 is there since Thursday, and you can see the preliminary patch notes for a patch that should go live on Wednesday already there. In these patch notes, you will see the changes to the land auction system and the little change that adventure challenge mounts can no longer be used in GVGs, together with a bunch of fixes, including my favorite one: when you press escape, it now cancels the target selection. But we won't talk about this very much because we talked about this on Friday already. So I just put a link for you in chat if you haven't seen it yet, and then you can take a look for yourself. Just a reminder, that's out there. And that's that. And then we have another
more patch
reminder. More patch notes, yes.
Did you know we play a game that has patches regularly, constantly, on the regular, happen all the time?
Yes, sir, I do. The NDA balance playtest announcement changes have been updated by the great Retroman. For those of you who don't know, Retroman is our game dev balance designer, and he has this thread on the forums where he publishes the current in playtest balance changes for everyone to see, so there is no unfair disadvantages for anybody who cannot join the NDA playtest experience. But so these are always a very interesting thing to look up to get a idea on what is upcoming in terms of balance. And the bold ones are changes since last time. Shozen, what? Pick 2 or 3 ones that you want to highlight and talk about them.
Bola shot is gone.
What was Bola shot?
We don't know.
Oh,
it was a spell that we couldn't figure it out, like what its value was as a W added to crossbows. It just didn't seem like it had anything that worked.
Okay, and then they just were like, we tried, never mind. Some other time. Okay.
Now there's a bunch of changes to Holy. And whenever there's changes to healing, it's always interesting to see how this has, like, what kind of effect this has on the GVG meta, because healing changes always have some kind of effect. And so I don't know if this is going to bring Holy in, what's going to happen with Holy, how is it going to change things. But I always feel like it does whenever I see, like, a change to healing. Healing is always huge to me. It's never minor.
So right now what they are trying out right now is to slightly buff the heal of Flash Heal and to change the way Sacred Pulse works. In a way that it knocks away all enemies once for 8 meters, and then the healing only affects a single target. The cast time got reduced, and the healing fatigue got increased dramatically. So it's from an AoE heal to a single target heal thingy.
But it's changed dramatically. Like it's changed dramatically in how
it's almost like a whole new spell.
It's a
right?
different spell. It's not the same spell. It's completely different now, and I think this is, I don't know. I want to see
in playtest.
Yeah, it's being playtested, so it's not. Don't freak out about it. But I want to see how this works. I like new spells, like I said. 0 cast time on this one. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. And the last thing is the removal of removing move speed increase. So like they
from cartwheel on the quarterstaff.
Yeah, on cartwheel has been changed. It's gotten its cooldown increased. Cartwheel is very, very useful. It's very good. One of the best things about it is it makes you move faster. And removing that, people freaked out. They were like, "Oh gosh, don't do that. That just screws up the spell. It's not good anymore." Stop that, But now it got enough pitchforks went in the air that it's back. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, my favorite things are my favorite weapon with the arcane. Their range on the bubble got increased, so you can shield people from further away, from 9 to 11 meters. And the arcane purge got the same treatment, and it's casted a little bit faster. But I think the main one people have been discussing the most is you scroll down the crowd control resistance factors of armors.
Oh yeah, they're all the way down there at the bottom, aren't they? They're probably the biggest thing. But it's been changed.
Yeah, the initial discussion was to up the crowd control resistance of all armors by a lot. So to make ZVZ situations more maneuverable, I would say. And these changes have been toned down. Apparently, with the current playtesting, these seemed to have gone above what was intended, and so they are currently trying to find a good balance there. Apparently it is coming that they want to change some ways as to how crowd control resistance works in terms of how effective it is, but the good balance has not yet been found, and that's an interesting thing to happen right now. Also with the outlook on the new map and potentially more ZVZs happening all over, so that's pretty important if you want to be ready for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's so many changes going into that it's dizzying, really. Like what's going to happen with this new map? There's so many different things that all get layered on top of each other, and this is just one of the many tiny pieces that have to go into place before the big main course. All right. Now we have some hope for the Oceanic and Southeast Asia.
But
this hope?
It's just hope so far.
Just hope.
If you recall, the Great Stormlord and a bunch of the Oceanic and Southeast Asian community all banded together to raise awareness to the issue that this time zone has with timed events, and also just content in their time zone, in their play zone. And the community manager Mythosyria brings some news from the development team, specifically that they are looking into the region's timers for the new map, which will be the part of the next big content update. And she asks everybody to hang in until then. Until the new map.
I wonder if this is news in and of itself or just a miswording here, because I'm under the impression that the next content update is not the map. Maybe the next content update is a small content update, and then the next big update is okay.
Mythosyria. Message or
sending a message right now. Okay, yeah, Bogul, go take care of that.
Hello there.
Hello. Big question.
A quick question. You continue with the show. I'll write this message.
Okay. Let's see. We have some. Do we want to go into this part of the community news or just go into the? I kind of want to talk about gold, Bogul. before we go into the rankings. 'Cause
Okay.
The gold
I mean,
market,
it's fairly brief, right?
yeah, the gold market is
PSA.
fairly. It just guys. Last week we were like, hey, we expect the gold market to go up about 10% per month. Blah 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 blah. It went 10% 12% in like 2 days. It just there was a pretty good jump in gold prices from 27 to almost 300, with spikes of 300 or 3,000. Sorry, I keep truncating it down to one more zeros just so I don't have to deal with the other zero. I don't like the extra zero. I don't think about it. It just doesn't matter to me. But it's 3,000 right now, Bogul. About
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy.
Or 2972 right now.
I have a bunch of people complaining to me like, "Hey, why should I play with the market and deal with 5%, 10% gains over the week when I see this?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't know what to say." But then again, I look at the last month, and then if you can get that investment faster than every week or every month, then you're still
It'd be
beating
that,
that.
yeah.
But that's an interesting challenge. A bunch of people must be very happy with their stocked up gold situation.
So I said
I
it
mean,
was going to
it's
hit 7 million, Bogul.
yeah, it's almost 7.5, right? Yeah.
I missed 500,000 gold. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's post auction,
Mhm.
and usually during that time, a lot of large sums of money get converted back and forth. So that might have some influence on moving the pip up or down, being a reason for potentially for the spikes. But still, that is a different level. I think we never seen above 3K before, right? In the past.
No, I don't think we ever have. I think that's the top that we've ever seen. How long ago was it? What was 4 months ago? What was it at?
We actually looked at our history, right? We have this because we do the show how long now? For 4 months almost, right? And I looked at the first week of the new AO Daily Show, the new Albion TV, and I found in our notes from May 23rd or something that we had gold at for the previous 4 weeks around 1,500, and then just hitting 1,800 about three months ago. So that's a big development.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know how long this can and will continue. But this is where we go into how to say official comment-worthy territory.
Yeah,
I feel like
this is the gold price has doubled, or gold value, I guess it's not the price. The price has always remained the same. It's what we've really seen is the devaluation of silver. And I've tried to talk about this. Yeah, silver is going down in value because we have huge masses of it, and
I was laughing up because of Chad. Worse than Argentina. But yeah, what I was saying is that I don't know what the official response there is, and I don't want to go into that water because this is just us observing. We have no background information. We're just relaying that information as a PSA in case you're sitting on gold and we're waiting for that time.
Well, is it that time? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, me neither.
You know what time it is? I'm going to go buy some gold. That's what I'm going to do.
What?
With my credit card. That way I can afford this last weekend. Of course, gold goes up after the days that, the value of gold goes up right after I liquidate a bunch because I have to deal with Mojo's birthday party celebrations. And I definitely dropped 2,000 gold this weekend.
Whose birthday?
King Mojo had a birthday event where he got on a mammoth and got a bunch of his buddies to wear some Gucci gear and travel across the world of Albion from Anglia to Mercia and stream it live and encourage everybody to come kill them. And they had 400 people watching. And I believe he made it and eventually gave away the mammoth to one of the defenders. I died a lot. So it cost me a lot, and I was some rewards for a number
How
of
did you
players.
die? Trying to beat Mojo or
No,
trying to
defending. I was part of the celebrity defense team, but I'm the one guy without 400, and I've learned something. You know what I need to do is I'm gonna go invest in some plate and fame up my plate instead of this cloth, which is really not working out well.
And then what? You're doing plate curse? How's
Yeah,
that going to
plate.
work?
You knew it. I was gonna go. No, I'm gonna probably pick up the Grove Keeper or something like that and have some fun tanking in Albion, get some my fame on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
try to stay
I think
alive longer.
plate curse might be a thing for you to champion as a new
Oh
meta
God.
build. How about that?
Yeah, go full CC.
Oh, something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we'll see. I'll try to figure out something with it. I mean, I already wear plate boots for the Graveguard. Knight's Helm.
Hmm.
All right, should be good. All right, let's talk about the rankings because we talked about something about the season
Oh,
rankings.
I wanted to ask about the birthday thing. Is there a way people can watch that back, or
Oh,
can?
probably. I don't honestly. I don't know. I don't know if Prince Mojo keeps his VODs up, but
Oh,
it should
okay.
be up. And if you watch that, you can watch something else that we'll talk about later in the show too, because Albion
Is that
Inception is a thing.
is that M rated or
Oh,
like?
it's M rated. Well, both are M rated. I would say both are M rated. Both shows on Prince Mojo's channel from this weekend are definitely M rated.
Mhm.
Get your mother's permission before you purchase them.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about these rankings, Bogo, because this is ridiculous. Money Guild vastly outpaced Black Order over the weekend, who seemed to have just quit. Or I don't know what they did. They certainly didn't get many season points. Phrasing caught up to them. They're 2,000 away. This is Phrasing did. I'm sorry. Why am I calling Phrasing? Because they got the same flag, just different colors. June did work over the weekend, just absolute work over the weekend, and caught up to Black Order. But Money Guild, holy crap, 30,000 points past number 2 in the weekend. When that's just well done, Money Guild. Well done. That's it's some work there. It looks like you guys are going to run away with it and probably go ahead and get that third gem in your little crown there. Something special for you. You can write letters home. That'll be great.
You said you
Put on
called
your.
that.
I did, didn't I?
Uh,
Well, I
yeah,
mean, how
well,
hard is it to call? I mean, it was pretty freaking obvious. I mean, the thing that I did call was that Black Order would be done after 3 weeks. What's funny, I don't know how much I say this. We had like a production meeting, and
uh-huh.
they were like, "Well, do you think that Black Order will be a real challenge?" And I'm like, "No, they're gonna quit after 3 weeks. They're a
What?
Russian guild. They
What? Why?
because they're like Russian guilds don't have endurance. I don't think we've seen one like keep it up for a season yet. Like we've seen them come in, we've seen them do work. They've done some really good things for a little while, and then done.
Hmm.
It's I don't know.
So
Maybe they get
you're
to.
basing this purely on history of
Mhm.
the previous guild that merged into Black Orders,
Well,
and
yeah. Well,
okay.
not just yeah, just not the consistency level of Russian guilds. Some have maintained a very good level of good. Like they've been
Hmm.
good the whole time. Like you have your hammer and sickle, always been good, very good,
Hmm.
but never been competing for the top ranks. It's not generally something they do, but they are a good guild. But we
Hmm.
have seen time and time again, like we've seen Russian Guild do it in the past. We've seen Echo of Shiro do it in the past. These Russian guilds make a quick early season push for season points, and then as the season goes on, they fall back and just can't keep it going. And I don't know what it is that has that effect on them, what it's causing them to do that. Maybe it's they just get tired of listening to Shiro, and then like 2 months
Oh,
goes by and they're like,
oh.
we want to be relevant again. Let's all get behind Shiro, and they do for like a
Hmm.
week, 2 weeks. 3 is pretty long for them. I'm pretty impressed. It was on. What are we?
Interesting.
It started on the 4th.
I mean,
So yeah,
I don't
three
want to
weeks. Three
put it all
weeks.
on Shiro, but
No, it's not
oh,
Shiro.
man.
It's Shiro's not responsible, but he likes it when I mention his name. makes him feel good about himself.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
shout out then.
Yeah. He wants you to know that he's older than King Mojo, but not as old as Derek. He's not 21.
Talking about Derek, I heard Derek was attacking some dudes the other day.
They attacked Conflict. They did. They definitely went after Conflict. Let me see if I can pull up a video of that.
What happened there?
They attacked Sunlit.
What Sunlit?
Sunlit is the home plot of Conflict. This is where they live. This is where they hang out. They do all their business out of it. This is where Funstealer always says, hey, if you don't like the prices that you're facing in Carleone, guys who, are in Conflict, go to Sunlit. Stop complaining. Just go to Sunlit. And we do. Well, I did until I got kicked from Conflict.
What happened there?
Oh, well, in this video, you can clearly see that Conflict is doing a very good job at one of Derek's pug teams here. Yeah, it's definitely not the 18.
Okay. No, I meant why you got kicked from Conflict, but
I don't know. I probably didn't give him enough propaganda.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't meet my activity levels. I don't know. I'm just on every single day, doing this show. Not good enough for Conflict.
Doesn't contribute to the guild, right?
It doesn't. It's not a. But
I have to. I have to talk with Conflict leadership. Maybe they have me on the blacklist too. Oh my god.
Geez. You don't go to ZVZs. All right, so we have a lot more to talk about than just our position here in Conflict. We'll let Conflict run in the background. But you watched the Albion News 24, didn't you? And you heard about the Albion cartel from Vasort, and you heard you did your own little work, and you're telling me that the cartel is dead, Bogul. MAGA killed it, right?
No. Oh god.
I'm sure that MAGA is responsible for this and has killed it with their low prices and socialist ideas.
In their dreams. But yeah, you're moving away from what people are seeing in the background. We are moving to the big thing that happened this weekend, which is that the auctions ended. We have reminded everybody every single day during the last week that this was going on, and now the bids are through. The auction period has ended. The leases are over, and the damage is done. The cartel is officially dead. The 199% tax for the public goods is down to, in many cases, to as much as 10%.
Wow.
On the very outer ring.
Whoa.
It's
this guy did not get
crazy
the memo.
What happened? A lot of plots changed hands. A bunch of plots are for sale. A lot of plots have been sold already. You mentioned MAGA. These guys bought a 4 plot from Frank Sinatra for 530 million silver. You see in the very south, I think there is one for sale at 650 at the time of this recording. There's other plots for sale for 199, other plots for sale. People are trying to cash out and sell off their plots after the cartel was broken. And all the shop owners followed and adjusted their tax rates to a very cheap 10 to 15%.
Yeah. MAGA now has the most expensive plots.
Well, how? Yeah.
Just saying.
So that happened, and it's big. You see, a lot of people are rebuilding the things there, and in that spirit, the spiritual leader of the Carleone cartel was on the Albion News 24 Real Talk show, doing an interview with Vasort and no, I forgot the name.
Vasort is the guy who was the
I know.
Voltel.
I'm trying to remember the
Voltel.
Yes, Voltel is the host of that show, together with Overdose.
But
I forget the guy from MAGA, something with V. Victorix or something. I'm sorry. But they had a discussion on this whole situation, and they talked for almost 2 hours about the situation. And Vasort basically came out there and said, I did what I did. I was able to get to this position over the last few months, and I made a bunch of money, and I am rich now. And he did this, initially with the intention just to buy some plots for his guild, because his guild needed plots. But then he realized that there is money to be made, and then that spiraled into a whole different thing over the months. And then the guys from Maga, or the guy from Maga was there, basically saying, hey, we also succeeded in our mission, which was, as they proclaim, to give the citizens of Carleon back cheap tax rates for crafting.
They won, clearly, right? MAGA won?
Well, it seemed like everybody, quote unquote, won, because
everybody got rich except for the average consumer in Carleon.
Well, that's supposed to happen now, right? So Vasort got rich because he was able to pull off the cartel for such a long time. The other guys from the cartel also got a lot of money from profiting from the high tax rates. The MAGA guys sort of accomplished what they have set out to do, which is kill the cartel and force the tax rates down. And now everybody's trying to figure out how to look good in that whole story, I feel like, because now the actual facts are out there. The actual situation in game is live for everybody to see, and now everybody is trying to push what they see is their own version of the story. And it's interesting to see the attitudes, where on the one hand Vasort is, he's like, how do I describe this best? I think at one point in time he said, I fucked everybody. But he, in a way where it seems like he's trying to show off as being boss, right? And then the MAGA guys are arguing for the small guy and are trying to say like that they were successful in their mission too. And I'm not doing the greatest job of giving a summary because the whole thing, as I said, is 2 hours long. So I kind of recommend for you to listen that if you're into the plot wars that have been going on over last 3 months now. It's an interesting thing to put this quote unquote to an end. There are still some unresolved issues, specifically as to whether or not the new auction system is a good design or not. But what I think will happen, in quote unquote for the normal people, for the average guy in Carleon, is I think everybody will see a longer time of extremely cheap crafting in Carleon until there is an opportunity again for a group to acquire enough plots to make another play. But that might be at least 2 or 3 auction cycles away. So if you were holding up on saving up resources for your time to come and you're waiting for the prices to go down, that has happened now, and you can enjoy the much cheaper rates to do some crafting at Carleon.
Yeah, I might have to go get premium on my my crafter, as I am a little poor though, but I spent all my money on this birthday party. Oh,
just another PSA. I have also acquired a plot in Carleon, and for our Economic Thursday segment, I will try to keep everybody updated on as to how this project is going and what the actual values there are. So,
Bogul, what's your plot?
It's just slightly west of the main square. It's fairly close. It's a tool
I
maker.
see it. I found it. Yeah. Ooh, associates fee is 0%. I'm gonna get an associates ranking, guys.
No, that's not. I haven't. I need to do some math. The 0% is for me and my alts, and the rest is just based on what's around me. We can talk about that in more detail on Thursday. What goes into
Okay.
acquiring a plot, running a plot, what sort of costs I occur, what is nutrition, what is food, how do you save money when doing all these kind of things, what kind of considerations do you have to go through. I'm looking forward to this little project. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to talk about one thing before we get out of here, and we'll probably talk about this
Okay.
more in the off show. Was the Albion Inception over the weekend?
What?
Last Friday we talked about the video that was made about e-dating and the dangers of e-dating. And well, for Mojo's birthday, some of us got together and we all started having a few drinks, and then we started watching Jonah Vale's reaction video to the infamous e-dating video, and we had a good time. But Jonah Vale was live at that time while we were watching his reaction video, and he started reacting to us reacting to his reaction video.
Oh no.
And then at one point we realized that he was watching us, so we started watching him, watching us, watching him, watching the e-dating video. So a little bit of weird Albion Inception occurred, and I would recommend to anybody who hasn't seen the original to go ahead and watch the Jonah Vale reaction video and enjoy that. That was it's pretty funny.
That sounds highly confusing, but at the same time very entertaining.
Yes. And as a friendly reminder to everybody, I want to remind you all, e-dating is incredibly dangerous. If you do it, use protection like a VPN and a voice modulator, and never give your address or offer to buy an apartment. These are important things to know. Or plane ticket. All right. And on that note, I think we can get out of here. Because, another PSA. Guys. No Albion Live today.
Oh.
Yeah, no GVG, Crystal GVG coverage this afternoon because Tazik has class.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's going to be doing Tuesdays now because he doesn't have class on Tuesdays. And we're going to move the Tuesday, the original Tuesday idea of having like somebody come in every Tuesday and do a tryout and just kind of like be an intern caster. We're going to move that to Mondays starting next week. But tomorrow we should have Action Compassion here along with Tazik, so we will have a full house with a full show, and that'll be crazy. So guys, Monday through Friday here on twitch.tv/Albion Online, you can see the AO Daily Show at 18 UTC every single day. And Tuesday through Thursday, we will have Prime Casting at 19 UTC and 20 UTC for Crystals and GVGs. But on Mondays, we're going to keep adding that crazy intern show and see who among you is the best caster out there. So
is that the name now? Crazy intern show?
The crazy intern show. It's the whatever.
It's decided.
We're bringing back off meta Mondays in a way because these guys are just way out of the meta. Let's see what McDonald's is using for the meta this Tuesday.
At least you didn't say they are way off.
They are way off. Oh. But this Saturday, Bogul, at 15:15.
We have more to plug?
Yeah, well, on Saturday we have GVGs. Not GVGs, Invasion Day. Invasion Day at 6 o'clock UTC or 18 UTC. All the territories go live for the EU invasion. We're going to be there a half an hour early to cover all the action, and we'll be there. We'll cover that. And then for the NA at 1, we will be back covering that as well with even more invasion coverage. Now we're going to hop away right now for about 2 minutes and then come back and answer your questions about this crazy weekend that we experienced, and I'll try to answer as many as I can without getting kicked off of Twitch.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in just a couple minutes.
Introducing Season 7. Contribute to season points for your guild in new ways by completing guild challenge tasks. Assemble your guildmates to conquer all new castle